Hi, David Akers again. This is our second video about initial collateral, and we're going to focus our conversation today on the co-branded one-pager. A little bit of context real quick on the co-branded one-pager. This is a document that is intended for publication on the landing page for your company at equalisgroup.org. If you all establish a microsite to focus and feature our relationship, we imagine it would be posted there. And then I think most importantly, this is a great sales tool for your sales organization and our sales organization in the field. It's really designed to work well for customer meetings because the content of the one pager typically or follows a typical flow of a sales conversation with a public sector entity. And of course, it can be used as a send ahead and leave behind as well. So there's lots of uses for this document. We get rave reviews, and we're really looking forward to putting one together for you to feature our relationship. So I'm going to show you an example, and this is an example with a company called Musco Lighting. And Musco is a company that builds and installs lighting for athletic and sports related projects typically. As I go through this document, I will speak specifically to where we're asking for your help in terms of providing content that we can insert into and include in the one pager that we create for your company. And it starts actually right up here at the top. You can see that Musco provided us 4 different images of lighting projects that they created and installed. You could have multiple images. It could be one image. It could be a picture. It could be a graphic. That's really up to you. But the imagery that we would ask that you send us the imagery that you would like to have featured about your company on this piece. In addition, you can see that Musco has a registered tagline, and it's lighting. We make it happen. So whether you have a registered trademarked tagline or or create a headline for this piece, doesn't really matter to us. But if you'd like to have some text right here, let us know what you'd like that to be. Next up, you can see, as I mentioned, this is a co-branded piece. You'll see that the coloring of this piece, both on the first and second page, is directly tied into the Musco Lighting color palette. And that's intentional because we want to make sure that if a sales rep in your organization has this piece and is using it in the field, that this piece goes with, if you will, complements the other collateral pieces that your company develops and uses every day. So we use your coloring, we use your logo, we use our font and our layout, hence we have a co-branded piece. So if we don't already have your logo, please get us a high resolution copy of your logo to include right here. Okay, next up we have about you. And the first part is what we call contract highlights. It's 3 to 6 bullet points about what's available through this master agreement to customers. And it's about products and services, pricing, geographic reach, value added services, customer service, whatever green and sustainable initiatives, whatever you'd like to promote and highlight about the products and services that are available from your company through our master agreement. So we'd ask you to provide us with those bullet points. And then down here, you can see a section called Who is Musco Lighting? So who is your company? It's 1 to 2 page paragraphs of narrative. So not a lot. And it can talk about your company's history, background, evolution, differentiators, whatever you'd like to highlight. I guess my request is let's make it something a little bit less dry, if we can, than boilerplate that you see at the end of a press release. This is your opportunity to present the best image of your company to our members and to current and potential customers. So we really are looking for your assistance and at the top up here and then down the left-hand side of this page. On the right, and I'll take you through the rest of this document real quick so you know how it's structured. We've got the Equalis Group mantra, save time, save money, stay legal. That's right up here. We have some key contract information that public sector customers always want to know. Musco did, by the way, they did provide us with a phone number that potential buyers can use to contact Musco directly. So if you'd like to provide us with a phone number, an email address, a specific point of contact, we'd be happy to highlight that right here. And then really the rest of this document is the same for every one of these that we put together so that we can create some consistency and expectations for our membership base. So what we do right here is we help members figure out how they can contact the right person in our organization to speak with if they've got any questions about this contract or anything else about Equalis. We have down here a link to our entire contract portfolio so that customers can see all the different products and services that we have available across a whole range of categories. And then the second page has got really three elements. Who is Equalis Group? Three paragraphs in a nutshell, and really written for the procurement process and legal compliance person, how we go about establishing our agreements. Right here in the middle with these in this case Musco branded chevron graphs, we have the 8-step process that a public sector customer goes through when they're running their own RFP or bid process versus the 3-step process of buying from us through our master agreement. And then down here at the bottom, for public sector entities that are not yet members of Equalis Group, hey, click on the link here, and it takes about 2 minutes if you use all your fingers to type. Doesn't cost anything. There's no cost. There's no dues. There's no obligations to join Equalis Group. But that's how legally we provide access to our master agreement for an end customer. So again, if you could help us with imagery, tagline, logo, no more than 175 words between the contract highlights and the narrative. That's about what we have space for to keep in a still readable and legible font. And then if you do have a contact person or a contact methodology you'd like us to highlight, we'd be happy to do so. If you would be kind enough to get that information to us, we'd greatly appreciate it. We do have this document, which is a request for marketing content. It's got a lot more detail in it and will answer a number of questions that you might have. And then separately, we will have a video available for you as well that describes the one pager for your company on our website. So thank you. I greatly appreciate your time.